So how was the plane ride?
It's good. You know, I was squashed between my husband and somebody else with a baby on my lap, but
Did she do good?
yeah, she did good. Every time she got fussy, I had to crawl over my husband to walk her, but whatever.
Okay, so, but did it take too long? I mean, I know Allegiant, Mimi always complains about how long she sits on the plane.
The taxiing was kind of annoying, but you know, it's 45 minutes tax both ways. I just wanted to get off the plane.
But it's worth it because it's cheap.
Oh yeah,
Don't you
it
think?
definitely makes it easier to fly from Charleston to Orlando.
All right, well, let's talk about work. What's been going on?
You know, I still love working at Roper's. Been working there for 6 years now.
6 years.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, think 10 years since you started college.
Oh Lord, don't even start. I have that college student who's been shadowing me lately, and it makes me feel
Shadowing?
so old.
Wait, you shadowed Paige, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so is it like the same thing?
Yeah, you know, I've been talking to her about, you know, going to Valencia, and I got my nursing degree there instead of
Yeah.
going to university, which she couldn't believe. She thought you had to go to university to be a registered RN, but
Well, so many people think
oh yeah.
you have to go to a 4-year school, but they don't realize there are other options out there.
And you get the
And
same
cheaper.
basic education, you know, and it's cheaper and it lets you have a more flexible schedule. You know, I was able to work more,
You did.
which allowed me to, like, you know, pay off my student loans while I was in college instead of when I got out and everything. So that was nice.
Well, have you talked to her about being able to pay off student loans, maybe?
Yeah, I've
and-
been telling her to just take a little bit out of your paycheck each month, even if it's just, you know, a little tiny portion, as long as you can put that into your debt. It helps. Plus, you know, I've tried to get her to start looking at her strengths too and see how they help her as a nurse. You know, you remember that class I took in college, that new student class?
Yeah,
We had
yeah.
to take that
Yeah.
Clifton test with all the
Oh,
strengths.
yeah, and it told you what you're good. Yeah, you're really
Yeah,
strong at and
And
stuff.
then, like, I got, like, achiever and context and intellection,
Mhm.
connectedness and input, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I was telling her, like, you know, she should, how, like, each of those helps me still as a nurse. Like,
I mean, do
look
they
back.
still pertain to being a
Oh,
NICU
yeah.
nurse?
Well, like, context and input helps me, like, make diagnosis with my patients. She's like,
Yeah.
able to connect the dots almost. And then achiever, you know, it just allows me to work those 12-hour shifts without, like, wearing out about it and everything, and how, like, intellection just kind of goes with it all. But how connectedness helps me form relationships with the doctors and nurses I work with, and then, like, the parents of the patients that I work
Yeah.
with. You know, you form those connections with them.
So is she taking a class like that?
Well, the College of Charleston doesn't offer a class like that, but she did have to take the Clifton Strength Finder test, and so, like, it gave her own, like, little personal set. And I've been trying to encourage her to take what her results were and really try to pay attention to, like, what, or is she seeing, like, benefits from her strengths, like, as a NICU nurse, or is there another area of nursing that kind of suits her a little bit
Right,
better?
right.
or-
Yeah, you're not like locked in.
Oh yeah, and you know, she has to decide, you know, where her strengths lie in the nursing field. Plus, I've been trying to get her to see where her, like, her values lie. You know, with me, it was always God's glory and God's plan for me, and to serve others because of it and stuff. So.
You are always able to lean on your faith. Do you know if she's a believer?
Well, she went on a missions trip earlier this month, and she told me, like, you know, how seeing God work through the doctors and medicine, she really just knew she wanted to help people.
Oh, that's wonderful.
You know, I told her that that's her value, is to help people for God. So yeah.
Have you talked to her about not just like the obvious responsibilities of being a nurse, but like maybe even the responsibilities like to the parents?
Well, yeah, you know, like, the whole purpose of a NICU nurse is to bring hope to the parents.
Exactly.
I'm
Those
the
families.
one as a NICU nurse being in the room with that baby for 12-hour shifts. You know, of course, you call the doctor if something major happens. But sometimes it's just as simple as checking to see if the oxygen levels are good. And, you know, when a parent sees that kind of care being given to their kid, it kind of helps them relax and gives them kind of hope at the end of the tunnel that, you know, they'll be discharged. You know, yeah, I mean, I work every day with their babies. And it forms relationships with those parents.
You've told me.
I still talk to some of them every day.
I love that you get those real relationships with them and get to be friends. I mean, that's how Paige is too. You know, she goes to birthday parties and I mean,
So do I.
real
the
relationships.
first baby that I helped 6 years later, she's 6 now.
That's amazing.
Doing great.
Well, and I think the parents really appreciate that you're a realistic person. Like, that's a strong trait of yours.
Well, sometimes it's hard to distance yourself from the babies because it's
what they go
difficult to
through.
see, to work with the baby for 12 hours a day and not to be so attached to that baby that you get emotionally attached to them, because it does break my heart to see a baby suffer. And working in level 4 NICU, you do see some kind of crazy stuff happening, and it's hard to see parents suffering to watch their kids suffer, and it's hard to see babies suffering, and God forbid if they die, then
Well, it takes a special person.
difficult.
I could not do that.
It is difficult. Do you remember that interview I had with Paige in college that I had to do for that class?
Yes, yeah.
Well, 2 things that really stuck with me from that was one, it's so great to see a baby go home after you've been working with them, and then 2, just to see the kind of effect that you've had in someone's lives, be that the parents or the babies or another family members, being there for their kid, just gives them up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Do you remember Paige? Isn't Nolan taking the SAT with Evie?
Oh, with Evie, they're studying together. Isn't that awesome?
That's so cute.
Studying together. They're nervous. They're stressed. But of course, not nearly as stressed as you were when you had to take that gigantic test. What was it called? No, what was it called?
The NCLEX.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That nursing test that I had to take.
You are a nightmare.
In my defense, though, it's the only way you can be a registered nurse. You
True.
have to pass.
You had to
that
pass
test to be licensed.
Yes, and you studied. You prepared well.
Oh, I did.
Yes.
And I've been telling my student who's been following me, you got to study.
You
she's
have to.
only a junior, but she's got to study now for that test. It takes. It's like telling Evie and Nolan, you can't really tell them what's on the test. You just got to tell them you got to study and you got to do the questions and got to put time and energy into it.
There's only one way to prepare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't help them any other way than studying. Speaking of studying, how's Gavin doing on his first semester in college?
Oh, straight A's.
It's great.
He's doing great. He's loving it. We miss him, but he loves it.
Yeah, well,